Did you just moo?
No, I said moot.
Why are you mooing? Don't moo.
Okay, my bad. All right. What is up, everybody? It's the Bad Melee Podcast. It's me, Slime. CC's here, too. He's wearing a very pretty shirt. Where'd you get that?
I don't know.
It's so pretty.
It's my dad outfit. I wear the red flannel with some tan shorts and some red slip-ons.
Half of my wardrobe is actually from Goodwill.
I would say mine is from Goodwill, and it's a hipster Goodwill.
Also, that llama picture, the llama painting that I have with the monocle. I'll show you later. Anyway.
Oh, it's just not up.
What's up, guys? So, okay, we have a very special guest for you today. He's actually in an undisclosed location right now. We have the man who is behind the entire VGBC scandal. He's in an undisclosed location. We're going to be blooping him in from a encrypted satellite uplink. So this is hot shit right now, guys. We're gonna bloop him in here real quick. We're gonna do the satellite upload. Hold on.
It's a very technical process. Please give us a moment.
Okay, I think it's.
Hello?
Hello. Is this David?
I'm not at liberty to disclose that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you so much for having us on and fielding our questions. You know, you're kind of like Snowden these days, where you're all wondering. You know, you did something. I guess it wasn't for the people; it was more for yourself.
Yeah, man. What can I say, really? You know, it was just needed to be done. I don't know how else to put it.
So, why was it needed to be done?
Yeah.
Okay, look. Gimmer is kind of just. He has like a monopoly, and I just needed to end that. You know what I mean?
Right. So, I mean, you're a man of the people. Well, let me ask you something. Why Serge and Darkfall?
Well, honestly, Lucario and Link, I think, are super underrated characters in Super Smash Bros. Melee.
Right.
I think Lucario has a great Final Smash that people like Mango just don't really utilize.
Yeah. Right.
And I just want to see, I want to bring more attention to that specific matchup too. So.
Wow. And I gotta say, I'm kind of torn. Right. I don't know whether or not to condemn you. Or to praise you.
Oh, I'm definitely a hero. I don't even.
Do you wear a cape?
Several. Yeah.
Wow.
I got like 4 on right now.
Wow.
What colors?
I can't tell you. Sorry.
Wow.
So, I mean, can you give us a sort of where maybe geographically approximately you are, or is Gimmer's hit squad just on the hunt?
Well, I'm somewhere between Pluto and the sun.
Okay.
All right.
You may have said too much. And I got to say, I'm not going to edit anything out. This is for the people.
David, I have a question for you.
Okay.
As the saying goes, the Gims always wins.
Yes.
Okay.
And you got away with some horrendous crimes.
And some would say Gims, in this case, did not win.
Well, that was my goal,
Gims did not win. How are you going to continue to prevent him from winning?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm changing. First thing I'm doing, I'm changing my tag to Simmer. Just as kind of like the S. You could probably imagine what that stands for. If you know what Gimmer stands for, and then also, just like simmer down, Gimmer.
Yeah. Wow. Would you compare yourself to Nolan's Joker? Do you just wish to see the world burn?
No. Honestly, I'm basically just Edward Snowden, but of Smash. Like, you actually hit it right on the nail when you first said that. That's pretty much...
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, maybe were you a PM kid? I was a PM kid, and when Gimmer...
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, well, me
geez,
too.
No, I'm not... Like, what the hell? I'm not autistic. My God.
When Gimmer did that, took a hot, creamy dump on the PM community, I I was outraged, and maybe in my mind, I thought a thing or two like, oh, I wish someone would get him, right?
No.
And so that's not where you're coming from.
No, there are pretty much two things that I hate in this world, and first is PM, and second is Gimmer. And that's why, I don't know if you noticed my timing. See, I waited until PM was like 100% dead to attack him, because if I had done this earlier, then, PM might still be alive, and geez, dude, I don't want to live in a world like that.
But Falcon's so easy to use in it. Does that not mean anything to you?
No.
David, who do you main in Super Smash Bros. Melee?
Captain Falco.
Oh.
Let me ask you then, so Gimmer made a landmark video, sort of, and this is the age we live in, right? Something happens and a man vlogs about it, right? And Gimmer vlogged, and he happened to be in Mexico at the time. What was he doing in Mexico?
I have some suspicions it was PM related, and this time more of like a revival of PM. I think his intentions were to destroy PM so he can rebuild it for himself, surround himself as the forefront of that scene as well.
I see.
That's what I would say, could be drugs, but
it could be.
Gimmer is a known raging alcoholic and drug addict.
Well,
yes.
as all bald people are.
Right. I mean,
Yes.
as a balding man myself, it's just hard to deal with the fact that we're losing the identity of our youth.
I mean, what did you think Gims always wins really meant?
So, I mean, you did this and you're on the lam now. I mean, what about your family, your friends, your Melee community? I'm sure people are going to know that you're missing and wonder.
Oh, I mean, my family, they're actually with me.
Wow.
Yeah, I had to bring them along. Gimmer does have a lot of power, so I needed to make sure they were all safe. As for friends, I don't really know what that means, so that's not really a problem.
So your family's behind you.
Yeah. Of
Wow.
course, we're definitely not a PM family. That's all I can say.
Do you have any future attacks on any Smash Brothers related content producers and or streamers and or players? And how can I pay you?
Well, I am planning on targeting something called Bad Melee. I'm not really sure how I'm going to approach it yet, though.
Hey.
But as for payment, I mean, the usual suck, whatever.
What other organizations are maybe on the hit list?
Oh, I plan on taking down Anonymous as well, just because, fuck them, right?
Wow.
And,
Wow, you're going outside of Smash as well.
yeah, well, yeah.
Are you the world's best hacker?
Yes.
Hack the
actually,
planet,
I
man.
have two laptops right next to me, and one of them has a hackathon sticker on it, so watch out, world.
I
Sticker
definitely fear for
always
my
wins.
life. I'm going to put a second password on my computer just to make sure you don't get into my porn.
Yeah, maybe one of my characters is going to be uppercase. So good luck trying to crack that one.
Wait, what kind of porn do you have?
We don't talk about that. You have to crack into my computer and find out.
Yeah, it's a lot of spiders.
Oh, nice.
A lot of spiders and just sort of abstract math. It's weird. He showed me
I
once.
actually really like abstract math, so watch out, dude.
Oh, no. Now I need to add a symbol to my password. How much would it cost to have you break Armada's hands?
Yeah, how dirty and shady are you, bro? I mean, are you just purely computer, or are you trying to get into some shit, right? Because your life is over at this point. Gimmer's after you.
I have my reasons, I have my motives. For as far as Armada goes, I wouldn't do that to him specifically. If you maybe want me to target Hungrybox or ESAM, then I'd sure you don't even have to pay me. I'll pay you to let me do that for you.
Well, just sign on the dotted line. You can find the contract form on badmelee.com.
and I'm definitely capable. There's definitely there's no doubt in my mind that I could mess them up. So
wow. So what safety precautions have you taken against the VGBC Illuminati just tracking you down? I mean, sure, you're in Jordan or something like that at the moment. What have you been doing? You barricading? Do you have hidden funds?
Well, I got a couple oranges. I got some chairs, And yeah, I think I'm pretty much just safe with those. So
Right. Wow. Okay. Well, we really value you coming on, right? This is this is Radio Free Bad Melee.
This is groundbreaking news.
This is groundbreaking stuff, and I'm not here to sort of push an agenda or sort of convince anybody, but all I'm here to do is present the facts. And the fact is that here's the man who did something that shook the Smash community to its core.
And PM sucks.
And wow. So thank you, David, for coming on. I wish you good fortune in the future. We all got our sort of battles and trials to fight, and you've chosen yours.
Yeah, and thanks a lot. I really appreciate you going out there for the facts. That's what we need in this world. So
Right.
Basically, just fuck Gimmer.
Right. Okay. Don't forget to feed your dog one of those oranges.
Okay, I will do that.
All right.
Thank you, David.
Uh-huh.
And there you have it.
Wow.
The hacker himself.
The mastermind.
I'm really scared he's going to hack the planet.
The planet. Someone's got to hack it, right? Someone has to do it eventually.
Someone does.
Yeah.
And I think that's the man right there. If he can hack the Gims, he can hack
He can
the
hack
Earths.
anything. That's right. It's true. Hack us to the core. But yeah. So for real though, like the whole Gimmer thing, I thought it was really. Actually, probably one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, come on.
Okay, so I do feel bad to some extent, because I could imagine waking up and seeing 120, what, was it 120,000 videos?
No, it's 12,000.
12,000? Okay, just 10. Sorry, my calculator was off. I forgot to put it in the sun to charge today. So, it must really suck waking up and just seeing 12,000 videos, all with the same title.
Right.
And then you're just confused. You don't know what to do. And you're like, huh. And then you contact like your little legal friend. And you're like, wait, you mean I'm not going to have any money? What do you mean I'm not going to have any money? I didn't shave my head and fucking run Smash streams so I can not have any fucking money.
Right.
So he went out of his way while in Mexico and made a Patreon. And this Patreon has no information. It has a small description.
Are you...
And it has no tiers of what you get.
Are you implying a conspiracy?
I am not, actually. I'm calling grime and unprofessionalism.
Okay, well, is the grime after the fact? It's grime and the fact that something bad happened and then he's griming, but he didn't plan the...
I think it's just grime to open a Patreon and not fucking tell your Patreon or your patrons what you're going to get.
Right,
But that's because I'm dumb, and I think that if you use a service that's specifically meant for... people fund you, people get rewards, and you don't do that.
Yeah, Patreon is perhaps the wrong sort of vehicle in which to get the money, right? Because Patreon implies a monthly subscription, right?
Yeah, it's a monthly subscription, and
it's characterized by its rewards.
Yeah, that's the whole point of it. It's
so
not a GoFundMe.
What should he have used? A GoFundMe. He should have just used a GoFundMe.
Possibly, to make up for any losses. However, GoFundMe is to usually set for a goal. A general donation page would have been nice.
Yeah.
And in my opinion, how about you start a Patreon when Patreon was fucking huge and you realize, I could probably make a lot more money this way and be more stable rather than living off YouTube views and Twitch subs.
So, right. That's my beef. Okay, so, like, I am not a business mastermind. I am not Donald Trump. Lel. I don't...
Good one.
I'm not a business mastermind, but I understand that VGBC's sort of reach... and exposure and all of it was at one point a monolith, right?
Mm-hmm. Everything was VGBC
for 2 games and 3 at a certain point.
Smash 4 is still very VGBC.
RIP PM. Smash 4 is super VGBC, but if you notice, Melee is sort of it's
dwindling
ducked out from Melee, which I think is kind of funny because it's like, oh, you just liked a shitty game the whole time. That's how I feel.
It's other people stepped up and they started putting in more work,
right,
and started putting more work into stream quality and general production.
Now, that's not to say VGBC is bad quality, right?
Yeah,
it's like you click on a video and it's like, yep, that's good.
But it's very sad to see a company become a monolith, become this big entity, and not do much with it other than just, hey guys,
right? We're the ones.
We're VGBC.
Right. Okay.
Me and my brother are bald. We make money.
So with that said, I think it's really dumb with the fact that VGBC was so big at one point that they didn't monetize. And you're supposed to do things like strike deals and strike partnerships and grow, right? A business is about growth. That's what capitalism is all fucking about. And I don't feel, from what Gimmer said in his Mexican escape video, that if all
Taken 3.
if all of his revenue, or a majority of it, comes from secondary YouTube video watches off of an algorithm, that is the worst business model I could ever think of in my fucking life. He is VGBC, and that's his main source of revenue. D1 got a job at fucking Twitch. He's like, I feel like he's just
D1 is esports.
He's a kid who just didn't do the right things. Maybe he wasn't taught. Maybe he was just playing it by ear. But the thing is, he shouldn't be in a position where something like this can financially cripple him. And for that reason, I don't have a massive amount of sympathy for Gimmer. It sucks, but it's like, bro.
You see that you have a market, and you see that you have to travel, and you have finances, and you have to pay. How are you going to get your money? Twitch subs. He already did that with the Save Gimmer.
Free Gimmer, yeah.
Free Gimmer, I'm sorry, because apparently
jail
he was
Gimmer.
in jail. Free Gimmer, and then he needed 500 subs to be comfortable. And more so, he's like, keep going past 500. It'll give me some headroom. It'll be nice. And you would think those Twitch subs are still there. I would think past, that was what, 2013? Early 2014?
It was late 2014.
Late 2014?
Yes.
You would think they've grown. We're in the middle of 2016. From then, they've definitely have over 500 subs. So have they expanded
or
so much?
Or do they?
They have to. There's no way they
I don't know the sub structure model, if I don't know the data and whether or not subs are retained over time.
Well, the whole point is he asked for 500. He said, this is what I need. If his income was coming from that, plus his YouTube views, and now he should have more subs. If he has less subs, then VGBC is going under, and I don't know why he would be expanding.
Right.
But assuming he has more subs and he lost his income from YouTube views, that means he expanded further than the income he has. And I don't know what he expanded with. I guess more travel costs. I don't know if he hired more people, sponsoring players. But if you're not making enough to do all that if one of your sources of income just slashed like that, something happened, David just hacked your computer, it's fucked up. You're done.
Right.
You need to. You got to play it safe. You can't do that.
It's a palace on stilts.
Yes, and it's kind of annoying to see a company come to their community like that and just be like, guys, we worked really hard in the past and we've done so much for you. I fucked up. Something went wrong. I didn't do business right. Please save me.
Yeah, and I mean, he blamed it all on this dude, and rightfully so.
Yeah,
right?
He fucked up. I don't know how you click that.
But also, I want to sort of give Gimmer the benefit of the doubt, as much as I think he is a buffoon, in that maybe he's not getting paid a lot, right? Maybe the esports money just really isn't there, and maybe he was trying to strike these deals and it didn't go through. I'm sure he's listening to this. If he is listening, probably not, and he's thinking God, these assholes have no idea, right? And that's fair. I don't like a business model that is able. I don't like an industry that is able to turn to people and be like, give me money. Please give me money. I don't think that's very. Call me I don't know, the word old fashioned is so dumb, but I just don't think that is cool, right? I remember when we stopped doing the podcast, someone hit me up on Twitter and was like, can I donate money to you guys or something, or a PayPal? I just love the podcast and I want to help out. And I'm like, no, dude. Thank you, but I don't do that.
Yeah.
It feels weird and wrong.
Well, you have to consider the amount of work you do and the amount of fun you have. It's pretty equal. You do the podcast, you have fun.
Right. If I didn't have fun, I wouldn't be doing this.
Exactly. And that's why you don't want that money too. You're more pure with your intentions. Some people, I don't want to call it impure when they do it for money, but some people realize that they can't do this
without the money.
Sure,
and I understand
fine.
that too. I understand that,
and that's fine. But like, I don't like the fact that he can't. It's not that you can ask the community for the money, because any community's dumb, and any community will shell out the money and defend you if you worked hard in the past.
right? Or if you're just a likable person.
Exactly. And Gims is very likable. He's got a cute smile, and he does silly things on stream and says the Gims always wins.
Right.
That's like $20 a month right there. So it's kind of nice to have, but it sucks when they can abuse it and they can make... Sure, it's someone else's mistake that they messed up. But you have to think about those. What happens if that mistake happens? What happens if I don't get enough money for my YouTube views? That's just a horrible thing to be focused, like a horrible point of money to be focusing on.
Right. I
And
agree.
that's your mistake. And then you come to the community and go, oh, guys, well, since I don't have it or I can't get my views anymore, we can't do it. VGBC won't exist. It's going to go under. Help me, save me. And that's not cool, because you know everyone's going to save you. You know it so well that you put up a Patreon with zero benefits. And it's already getting hundreds of dollars a month.
Right.
And that's not cool. Look at Geeky Goon Squad. It took him months of begging the community, guys, if I can't do this, I'm the only big streamer in Europe. If I can't do this, it's not going to work. I can't financially do this. Please help me. And constantly, please help me, please help me, please help me. But he's not VGBC, so he can't get the massive waves of Reddit users flooding him with money for zero benefits. Luckily, he went out of his way and did the smart business thing. He got a sponsorship. He is now a sponsored streamer. He gets paid to go to events and stream events.
Right.
And he does it damn well. Instant replays.
It's a really complex sort of situation, and I don't like reducing it to like he should do this and this and this, and we're just like two cucks, right? Mm-hmm. And
I have no valid experience to be throwing out my opinion, but I do have a microphone.
Yeah, exactly. So we're here, but I do also want to say, like, I don't know. I'd love to like open a dialogue, right? Like, I wish Gimmer was right fucking here so we could have a really in-depth conversation about it. But again, we're just two cucks. But like, from Gimmer, from our vantage as people who are contributing to the community in a far smaller way than you ever have, and trying and like going to tournaments and are part of the community and shit, like, you done goofed.
You done goofed. And the consequences will never be the same.
So yeah, that's my... Also, dude, okay, everyone that's ever been on this podcast hates PM. I grew up in PM, right? I was introduced into this game in a competitive sense through PM, and I like it, right? So that makes me weird and dumb. I hold that L. But when Gimmer did take his creamy shit on PM, that hurt, dude.
See, I'm on the opposite end of not where I'm like, fuck PM. I like to say fuck PM because it's funny,
right,
and it's fun to be edgy and just like play along with the cool kids. PM's kind of fun. It's not my game because I don't like learning a shit ton of matchups and getting janked out by people, but whatever.
That sentence has been said 100,000 times, by the way. Weird. And that's okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
It's a valid opinion, to be fair. It's a valid thought. But when Gimmer, I would like to put, quote-unquote, killed PM, I don't know what he could have done to not kill PM.
He just could have, like, kept streaming it.
But he could, like, Twitch doesn't allow it streamed at all.
Right,
Twitch
and so again, it's a much more complex situation.
Yeah.
Gimmer didn't kill PM, but he was one of the linchpins in it falling down. And again, PM itself as a palace on stilts back then, right? If Gimmer's the guy who can bring it all down with one fell swoop, yeah, it probably wasn't a very stable community to begin with. I accept that, but I also think the blame lies on Nintendo and Gimmer and Twitch and all these other agents that. And what pisses me off, it was all for Smash 4. And it turned out to be kind of a shitty game in a Melee player's eyes. Right? Like, it doesn't need to be said. Like, Smash 4 is the game that we gave PM up for. That's the meme in Twitch chat, right?
Oh, wait.
And it feels so bad.
It does feel bad.
So, that's my beef. But anyway.
It's okay. If
Jail Gimmer.
Jail Gimmer. If anything, I don't know. I had a solid point, and my brain's gone today.
It's gone. too much LSD for Dylan.
Just remember to sleep 8 hours and not 4 hours before you podcast, or you won't remember how to English or how to think.
But yeah, so that's that.
So Anthony, I heard you went to SSS recently. Super Smash Sundays.
I have this thing that happened to me at SSS, and I was so goddamned mad.
Just show us on the doll.
If where Ganon touched me, yeah. So people who like listen know that I've like had rage problems, like a lot of people do, and I've been actively working on them. Very, what's the word? Actively.
They're there, honey.
I've been actively working on them, and it's like, so I played this Ganon in amateur bracket because I've never made it out of pools in SSS in my entire life, and I'm accept this fate. So I just go into amateur bracket, and it's like super fun because it's like you beat on half of them, and then the other half are like can beat you, and it's like an actual tournament instead of paying to lose. But so I'm in amateur bracket, and I lose to some Fox. He's pretty good, and I'm losers bracket. I think it's like for 4th place, and I play this Ganon player, and okay, so we strike to Dreamland. I'm on the left platform. I spawn on the left platform on Dreamland. He spawns below me, right in the center of the stage. Before the numbers are gone from the fucking screen, he short hop fares me from the platform, hits me. He does another one, catches my jump, another fare. I'm at like 35% or whatever.
Probably 62.
Catches my jump. I'm dead in 3 seconds. I rage quit out and look at him and I say, "That was game 1. Game 2, we're doing a neutral start." And he's like, "Oh. Okay." Like, he looked shocked. I would be shocked. Fucking angry, and it was like the most mad I've ever been in a very long time. And then we went like last stock, and he beat me. And I was like, why?
What was his name?
The world like this. What was his tag?
Was it NASA?
Gigawatt.
Gigawatt
was his tag. He was a nice guy.
Oh, okay. Well,
I guess
at least he's better than
he knows. He knows calzone. If you know calzone.
Oh, I really want a calzone from Mama's Pizza, dude. You want to split one?
Yeah.
Sick. When's it close?
Maybe. They're closed right now. We're dumb.
Fuck.
It's
like
RIP, boys.
$5, man.
It's RIP, boys. Dude, I got grimed by a Ganon in 3 seconds.
Is it technically grime, though?
I say it is because I am the injured party, and I'm a big diaper baby loser crybaby nerd. But I told everyone I've told this, they're like, "That's not really grime, dude." Because like for one, I'm Falco, so it's like,
yeah. I mean, playing
like,
Falco is 100% grime.
Like, fuck all you guys. Like, it's grime. I got grimed, and I'm mad. I'm upset. Like Miles Teller in Whiplash.
You know who else is upset? Notch.
So Dylan had his first experience with a Twitter famous person.
A Twitter altercation. So here we go. I went on Twitter and I follow Notch, the creator of Minecraft.
And that's because you're 12 or you have Asperger's?
Because I like to see him be an asshole.
Okay.
Because Notch was a man who created Minecraft, was not that good at being the creator of Minecraft, had other people take it over, and became a fucking rich dude.
Right.
And went to Twitter
every
single day.
Does he have the fedora?
Yes.
Okay.
He went to Twitter pretty much every single day while being rich and was an asshole. And he likes to be edgy and an asshole and tip his fedora. And Bo Burnham releases this tweet where he says something along the lines of,
like, why are you people...
Can we just stop discussing complex issues over Twitter? Because Twitter has a tiny character limit. Maybe it's not the best place. And Notch replies, "Oh, fine. We'll just stop talking about the things we want to talk about, and we'll talk about what everyone else wants to talk about
Dude,
instead."
He is such a fucking, like, Reddit libertarian. Like, I can see it in his gross face. Like, that response is like, "Don't tread on me, fucking, I like Fallout 4. You know what I mean?
It's
like,
I just
so
don't
insufferable.
understand how he could, like, see that, and he's just like, "You know what? Fuck you, Bo Burnham.
This is
like,
about me."
Yeah. Well, it turns out that's him trying to be sarcastic. Not everyone's good at sarcasm, and not everyone's good at being a creator of a video game. But some people are very good at being a millionaire and an asshole. So, I'm also good at being an asshole. However, I'm not a millionaire.
No, quite the opposite.
Yeah, I make a $10.30 an hour. I'm pretty sure I just want to blame my store, Albertsons. They are disgusting. And
Are you sure you want to do this?
Yeah, because
do you want to roast Albertsons in public?
Yeah.
How is this going to look for future employers?
How would anything on Bad Melee look for future employers?
Come!
Yeah, like, come on.
By the way, me and Dylan were talking before this podcast, and I was like, dude, we really got to cut down on talking about cum. And he's like, yeah, I know.
I do it. It's not even just for podcasts. Like, I just I've noticed myself in normal social situations making cum jokes, and I'm like, some people will laugh, but then I realize I'm in a group, and I'm like, fuck, man.
I'm the cum guy now.
I can't keep talking about cum, dude. I changed my Steam name to different words of cum, like strong cums, team liquid cums, all these different cum things. And my coworker asked me, she never mentioned it when I made 25 names with the word cum in it, but she did mention it when I put the word daddy in my Steam name twice. And she goes, she just messages me. She's like, so do you have like a daddy thing or something?
But all the cum ones didn't raise any red flags.
That's what I told her. I was like, oh, but the 25 like things of cum didn't like spawn anything. She goes, well, I just didn't really pay attention. Anyways, I call out Notch, and I retweet his dumbass tweet, and I put in my little box, I'm like, just a friendly reminder that this is how Notch actually acts. Mm-hmm. Which is a true statement. This is how he actually acts. It doesn't, like, he could say anything. That is how he acts.
Right.
But he replies to me and says, settle down, fuckface. I'm sorry, take it easy, fuckface. Mm-hmm. And I was appalled.
Why?
Because I was able to hit the fragile ego of a famous video game creator.
Well, wait, how is a reply tweet calling you a fuckface the evidence that you struck his ego? I told someone to eat my shit. I don't even know who they are.
What did they do to you in the first place, though?
What was it? It was on Mike Hayes' thing. I roasted Mike Hayes because he gave shit to the Friday Night Turnip local because he got second and he got $40. So he posted a picture to his Twitter saying "fuck locals," and I took offense to that because he's always like giving people shit for not supporting the community, and here he is like saying, "Oh, this local sucks." Mm-hmm. So I was like, "Yeah, dude," and fuck Jerry, the tournament organizer. I was like, "Yeah, fuck Jerry for like putting on a local. Go vape on stream, bro." And then he was like, "You're dumb," and then posted a response where he was like talking to Jerry like, yeah, sorry, it sucks, whatever. And I'm like, yeah. But this guy replied to the conversation and he said, why would you reply to someone called Vaporwave Seinfeld? And
it's true.
And I just said, eat my shit.
Eat my shit.
He didn't touch my ego, but you know, he came at me and I told him just to eat my shit.
Did you actually want him to eat your shit though?
Sure. Yeah.
Would you give it to him on a plate?
Yeah, I'd shit for him.
Would you give it to him on a stick?
If he ate my shit, I would probably end up respecting him.
Wow.
But either way, like Twitter beefs are dumb, but
I say I hit his ego because he has 3.7 million followers. He gets replies, retweets. He gets all these things every single day. And I said one thing that was specifically directed at him, specifically directed at how he acts. Uh-huh. And he was just like, why don't you lighten up, fuckface? He saw that and he read it. He's like, you know, what the fuck? And like replied, who's this guy talking to me? He doesn't have 3.7 million followers. Okay. He didn't make Minecraft.
You know, that's funny too, because like Minecraft is what like 8-year-olds play, and he's over here like calling people fuckfaces. I think that's really funny.
Yeah, Notch is notorious for being a little eccentric.
Like a cunt?
Yeah, a cunt. A socially awkward cunt who can't make Minecraft better.
Just the Notch Rosecast.
It sucks because like there's people like George Lucas who makes Star Wars and everyone's like, whoa, and then he keeps making Star Wars and everyone's like, no, stop, please. Okay, so I didn't stop.
Right.
And that's what Notch did with Minecraft.
Oh, okay, I see.
I don't know if you followed Minecraft.
No.
I played it in high school when it was in like pre-alpha, and I got it for like $5 or $10, and I get like the updates for life. Okay. And it was really fun. I played it a bunch. And you just see it go on and on and on while Notch was there, and it just couldn't, I don't want to say take off, because it took off, because it was good, but it wasn't progressing in, like, what the game could be until he left. And then it got far. And now Minecraft is where it is today.
Right.
And he's making millions.
Wow.
And replying to me on Twitter. I love you so much.
So that was Dylan's first Twitter beef. Hopefully, many more to follow.
I would love more Twitter beef.
And I do want to say that Mike Hayes, I gave him a lot of shit on the podcast, but he's pretty nice.
He's a sweetie pie.
And I feel bad.
He's on my cinnamon roll tier for cutest smashers.
He is a cinnamon roll.
Yeah, you just have to go up and just like meme at him and poke him in the stomach, and he's just like, hi. And then he'll just blow out a fat vape cloud.
Right in your pussy.
Right in my pussy. Every time.
So
he's a wonderful man. So I was in class a while back.
Are you talking about like high school? Or
a while back. Sorry. I was in a college class like weeks ago.
Okay.
And I was talking about going to Evo, or I was talking about going to Vegas.
Yeah.
With a very normie girl, very standard person.
Mm-hmm.
And I told her, she's like, "Why are you going to Vegas?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm going to go play in a video game tournament."
Mm-hmm.
And she goes, "Oh." And she stopped talking.
Wow. Is she pretty?
She's very pretty.
Yeah.
But she's not for me.
Get bodied.
It really sucked. And then it got me thinking, like, how do you tell people that,
right.
like I can understand when, like, top players tell them. They're like, "Hey, what do you do on weekends, man?" They're like, "Oh, I play Super Smash Bros."
It's like, yeah, I'm like a ranked, like, pretty good player.
Yeah,
it's easy for them to say.
Or Wizrobe, they can meet someone,
right.
Implying they're they're capable of talking.
They've
to people.
been on. Were they on ESPN? Was Smash on ESPN?
No.
Okay.
But regardless, they weren't like really talking with people. They were just hitting buttons, staring at a screen.
Right, but you could be like L.I. Joe could be like, "Yeah, dude, I was on ESPN."
Yeah, but L.I. Joe can also walk into a bar and fuck every single woman there.
It's true. He is such a gorgeous man.
Is not even allowed in the bar, and he's not even allowed to like stand near the bar.
Okay, so yeah, it's funny you said that because like Evo, Evo's the one that it's easy to talk about, right? Like I had to put in vacation time at my job, and my boss was like, "Oh, where are you going?" And I'm like,
Vegas.
I'm going to Vegas. I got as far as to say I'm playing a video game tournament, and she's like, "Oh, cool, what game?" And I said Street Fighter, because I was embarrassed to say Super Smash Brothers. Like, that's how far I got, but I can't, like, close it all out.
I don't like to say Super Smash Brothers around normal people, because then they go, "Oh, dude, I'm so good at that."
Yeah, they love to say that.
And then they ask if it's like Smash 4, and then you have to explain that, no, that one's trash.
Yeah.
And then like, "How's it trash?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's kind of like if you played basketball with a beach ball."
That's pretty good. I'm going to use that. Yeah, okay.
No stealing.
So like on Tinder, or like when I meet girls, or like I go on dates and stuff, I'm always like, "Yeah, I actually play like..."
Are you here to tell lies again, Anthony?
Yeah, I've actually never smelled a woman. No. But I'll be upfront on that. I'll be like, it's kind of funny. I like go on these. I go to these like tournaments for Super Smash Brothers, and of course I go, "Oh, I love that game. Whoa, oh, who do you use?" I'm like,
that's pretty accurate.
I'm like Bowser. I just like I leave it. I'm like, I usually play the old one, but like the new one's kind of cool too, right? I just try to stride like a very middle line, but dude, normie is like it's so taxing. Every weekend I go to a Melee tournament. Almost every fucking weekend I go. And every weekend people ask me how my weekend was. And I don't want to keep saying I went to a video game tournament, right?
Just say you had fun. You had a good weekend.
I say I hang out with my friends. That's the default.
That's a good one.
But it's just like, it's so like, I have trouble lying, right? Like,
it's very hard to say one sentence, I know.
But it's just...
You just have this moral reasoning, like someone asks you a question.
I'm a man of the truth. We had David the Hacker on, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm lying to my coworkers, trying to deceive them because I'm embarrassed, right?
Well, it sounds like you're going to hell, Anthony.
I'm also 26, so it's like even more embarrassing.
Oh yeah, I'm 21 and I can do pretty much whatever I want. You can say whatever you want.
I'm just kind of figuring shit out. I'm like halfway to 30. Well, not.
You're past halfway to 30.
Yeah, that would be 15. But either way, but yeah. So one of the things I wanted to ask you guys, so email us. What What do you tell people that you do on the weekends if you're like a very avid Melee player? Like, I'm sure some of you like Melee hell, like people who have only ever gone to one tournament are like, yeah, I went to a tournament. You try to like explain it to people and then their eyes kind of glaze over. Yeah, I don't care about that. I'm talking about the people that actually play Melee like all the time. What should you fucking say to the people you interact with daily?
What do you tell your parents?
What do you tell your parents?
It's interesting.
I mean, maybe your mom drives you, so it's easier to say. Like,
yeah,
that's fine.
There's some people like in PM. There's that player Ghoulie. I only know him because he's a little Indian kid who's photoshopped onto like Sonic.
Okay. Oh yeah, I know that guy.
He went to a tournament and his mom was there, like cheering him on.
Yeah,
and that's always cute and a little cringe at the same time, and I love it.
It's cringe the older he gets. If he's how old is he?
He's like 14.
That's all right.
It's like
that's super cute.
Yeah, it's still cute because like I can see his mom. She wants her kid to just be like successful.
Was that the guy that was like he had to talk to like? Oh no, that's in San Diego. There was a guy who was like he had to have his mom like meet some people.
Can I tell the legend of his name is? Oh fuck! I can't remember his name right now. I'm so sorry.
Who is it?
I can't remember his tag.
Tino Joe?
No, he lost to Victor, and he beat Skylar at SSS or no
What?
at SoCal Young. His tag is Young.
Oh, YUNG.
YUNG. I'm going to tell you guys the tale of Young real fast. About I want to say about 2 years ago. Young was this tiny little Asian boy. Just I swear to God, he looked like he was in elementary school.
Supple. Go on.
Ample. And he would post these, like, just constantly ask questions about Melee in SoCal Melee on the Facebook page, or the Facebook group. And it was amazing. It was cool seeing this little kid just constantly asking questions, wanting to get better. And all his questions were outrageously scrubby. And, like, he would upload videos of himself, like, trying to wave dash attacking bots with,
they were, like, so the video sometimes, I remember when Melee Hell was good, I saw a video of, like, a guy being like, hey, guys, rate my multi-shines. And it was this dude just full hop shining with Falco and then jumping out of it and shining again and then dropping to the ground to Linkin Park music. And I was like, dude, that's so funny. And it was like that.
Yeah.
Right? But really, unironic.
Yeah, it was just him. He's a little kid and he just wants help. And he would keep posting, and the community loved him. He was a little boy just asking questions all the time. And, like, I would make comments. I'm like, dude, he's our mascot. He's so cute. Oh, he just wants to get good. And I would see him post every so often he would talk about trying to get to tournaments, but he has to explain to his mom what tournaments are, that they're safe. His parents are scared. They're like, oh my God, video games.
There's a big bearded man vaping there.
Yeah, like he has tattoos and he's like, it's a little scary.
Says he's a rapper.
It's
a bad look.
It's a little spooky sometimes to be a parent. And he would try to get rides, and he can't get, like, how he's going to get a ride from, like, a stranger. He has to have a stranger pretend to be a friend he knows from school who's somewhat close to his age. And eventually, I see him post. He posted one post in a SoCal Melee recently. He beat someone, and the person got salty and told his friend, that guy sucks, that his Falco sucks.
Yeah.
And he posted, man, we had a good set. I don't really appreciate that. And it was so funny because it was very formal. It was like, hey, man, I'd really appreciate it if you just, like, we had a good set. I won. You played well. Like, it's not, you don't have to be salty.
I will say this. It was a good post he made, but anytime you're calling someone out for hurting your feelings, you've already lost in Melee.
Not when you're this boy.
You say that, but I respect
young.
The boy too. But
no, it's also still because he's young. He's about like 15 or 16 now, and everyone knows who he is. And they're like people were just saying like, "Yo, dude, just drink his salty tears. They fuel you." There's everyone encouraging him. Sharigami was commenting on it. He's like, "Dude, that's the stuff that like gets you going.
Yes.
That's what makes you better at this game."
Yeah.
I proceed to find out this kid there was 233 entrants. This kid's been playing for like a year and a half, just started being able to go to tournaments and things. He plays 17th.
What a god.
He lost to V-Money, who's not a bad player, and some other player.
V-Money took a game off Lucky, dude.
Damn. He went 2-1 versus V-Money. This little small young Asian boy. And I was so proud to see that. I was like, wow, this kid, I saw the evolution of this kid just dash dancing and being like, dash attacking and uploading random scrubby videos. to placing 17th out of 233 people in Southern
SoCal.
California, the #1 Smash region in the world.
Yeah.
Good shit, dude.
Good shit, dude.
Good shit.
Yeah, it's funny too because like, I'm starting to get better. I'm starting to get good enough at the game to where I can beat people like that are, I don't know, just generally good as well. And people try to, like David Chong, he wanted this dick, dude.
I want it.
I will say
pretty big.
there's no better feeling than someone underestimating you and then beating them and the look on their fucking face. Oh my god. It's so beautiful and I hope it never ends. I hope I'm considered a scrub until the end of my life.
I've been on the reverse end of that, where I came in cocky, just fucking suck it up.
Well, I've paid my dues, right? I've done that since I moved
after
here. Time after time. Since I've moved here, I've thought I was hot shit and I've just lost constantly. And now the tables are turning.
Oh, how the turntables.
Unless you're a Ganon.
Yeah. I mean, it's
too hard.
It's Falco versus Ganon,
It's
man.
a 30-70 matchup for
Just
Ganon.
Wow. Just shoot some lasers and use the dare and
How
use the
about
shine.
you use the dare and the shine? It's fucking hard, dude. He hits you once and
want
it's
a money match?
over.
I will Ganon your Falco right now.
Well, I would probably dick you because I'm a god.
Do you know how good my Ganon is?
Well, I don't know. Your Falcon's pretty good.
My Falcon's amazing.
I would dick you, though. I'm sorry, fam, but that's
Will
just
you
how
use
it would
lube?
Be. Yeah. I'd have to.
Ooh, you're a gentleman. Such a sweetheart. I can't believe you would do that for me.
Yeah.
Do we have viewer mail?
I think so.
May I read one? I
think we have one because
Okay.
we were so V-moneyed out last episode.
Because I really love viewer mail.
Do you?
I'm going to do viewer mail on esports.
Okay, cool. We have 2 emails that I think are pretty good.
Amazing. That's one for each of us.
Okay.
Buy one, get one.
I asked this one in the chat, but it's pretty good.
There's a chat?
The Claremont chat.
Uh-oh.
I'm trying to stay away from cum, but this is a good question. Would you rather give a blowjob for the first 99% or for the last 1% and swallow? Also, there is no escaping the blowjob, and you cannot die in this situation.
Damn.
It's pretty rough. I asked
Did someone-
Victor.
Are we answering this
Yeah,
question?
that's to us. Victor said he would do the first 99%, if that gives you a frame of reference.
Who am I sucking off?
A dick is a dick, my dude.
A dick is a dick, but a dick is not a dick.
Like
There's
a clean dick, maybe?
a clean dick. Does he last long? How long is this 99%?
I mean, that's the crapshoot, right?
Like, I don't want to like end up with like James Dean
What's
and
a-
just
what's
sucking
a-
him off for like. He's had professional women suck him off.
What's a standard BJ timer?
Well, according to apparently many men I've talked to, they just don't. They don't ever come for blowjobs.
Well, wow, I guess I'm not alone in this world. Okay, let's say 5 minutes of
5 minutes?
sucking a dick.
Yeah, it's like. Do I have to like be good?
You just got to suck the dick.
I'll suck a dick for 5 minutes. I don't
Well,
want
4 minutes and like 55 seconds.
Sure, I just don't want cum. Like,
But it's like,
no, that's someone else's.
I don't know. I mean, like,
Only my own.
at the Jesus Christ. At the end, you can just like, you're done, right? You can just, it's like takes like 5 seconds, and you just go to the sink, and your life is.
Yeah, but I gotta swallow it.
Oh, that's right. That's the bad part. Oh,
Spitters
God.
are quitters. I wouldn't let myself spit.
But that's so long. You're sucking a dick for. Like what? You can escape that feeling in the end of it for like you can just go to your happy place for like however long it takes. Oh, okay, wait. But like 5 minutes of like pure mental energy to pretend you're not sucking a dick, that's gotta fuck with you in the nighttime, dude. I bet you don't sleep for a week. Or maybe you do.
But I'd like curl up in a ball and cry in the shower if I swallowed cum. What if it's salty cum? Like I can't deal with that, dude.
Yeah.
I can't deal with
All
another
right.
man's ejaculate in my mouth.
Right. Yeah. Okay. You know what? That's well. If you guys don't answer the other question, answer that one for us because I'm actually pretty curious. That was from another Sam. We have seriously like 15 viewer emailers named Sam. It sounds like it's the same guy every time,
But it's not.
It's just a different Sam.
What if they're all just the same
Just
old
the
account?
same Sam, just making different emails?
Just different last names on every single one. This is a last name generator.
Okay, here's one.
This one comes out from Kyle. Of all the top smashers, who would be the hottest as a girl? I personally think Armada because his long hair looked hella sexy. This is titled Sup.
So, I don't think that Armada would look... I don't think long hair makes a girl, like...
We gotta go with
is
bone
a girl
structure?
not? Right, like... So, I mean... M2K would probably be, like, Cyan's balding, like, probably some really cute, like, nerd girl, but has no social skills. But
I
like,
wouldn't say cute nerd girl.
Maybe.
No, like, slightly above average. No, slightly above. Slightly below average.
Okay.
If not, moderately.
So who would it be, then? Zoo would be the cutest grill.
See, I was about to say that, but I felt like you can just... Yeah.
You gotta... It's gotta be someone already cute.
Zoo is kind of cute. Well, actually... I don't think Zoo would make a cute girl. If I saw his face on a girl, I'd be like, ugh.
Well, like, you gotta pretend it's, like, their sister, right? It's like, what would Zoo's sister looks like? He probably has one, I don't know, but, like, you know what I mean? So what would M2K's sister look like?
Matt.Zeb's sister's hot.
Is she really?
Yeah.
Shouts
so
out.
Matt.Zeb,
Hit
if he
me up.
became a woman, clearly he would just become his sister.
Okay.
Right? Is that how it works?
I mean, well,
In the case of
you have to,
him
it's a
having a
hypothetical sister. You have to expunge the fact that they actually have sisters. So the
So
fact that Matt Upset actually has a hot sister is moot, right? It depends on what this smasher would look like if they had to come out as a girl.
First, I have this odd feeling that like Wizzy would be cute.
God damn it!
I can't help it.
He's underage. You sick.
No,
fuck.
he's not. He's 18.
He said immediately. What's Wizzy's birthday, dude?
I don't know. Look, man, I'm just a big Wizzy fan.
Wizzy
Okay?
fanboy, and
But like, Wizzy,
yeah, fuck Wizzy. I mean, he's only fucking 18. I mean,
here's
fuck.
here's the thing. Like, Wizzy has like this face that's like it's kind of adorable.
Who else?
Mango would be a beautiful white trash woman.
Oh, Mango would be the baddest bitch in the trailer park, but then she would like get tied down with a dude with a beard and get fat. Oh my god, did Mango marry himself?
Oh my god! I heard you say tied down, and like my eyebrows just went up. I was like, "Damn, Anthony, let's go!" And then I realized what you meant.
Oh yeah. No, the girl version of Mango would like always be super wasted off of Jaeger and like maintain like a super like fit bod until like 23, and then it would start to bloat like a carcass.
She'll be beat by 25. She'll be beat and on that black couch at 25.
If we have any girl listeners, please like objectify us as smashers too, right? I feel like
just make me feel bad.
I feel like it should
my
be
fetish.
equal. Like I don't want to like, I don't know. Girls are just super pretty, but I want girl opinions too.
Yeah, you guys can talk to us.
Yeah,
we're not social awkward.
I just feel like shit. It's like, yeah, dude, she'd be all busted and fucking ugly, and it's like,
See, but I don't want to make that sound like bad because I do say like the same thing about men. I could totally like.
I would accept a group of girls also saying the same thing about me.
Yeah, like can you imagine Mango if he didn't have Smash?
Yeah.
It doesn't feel pretty to think about.
Yeah.
So, just say bad things about us. Say some bad melee.
Yeah. So,
Make sure to follow me on Twitter at It'sAMeCC.
don't follow me. I had 200 followers, and then the porn bots left me, and now I'm like back at 199.
Sorry.
And I'm okay with that.
Just follow me because I like having Twitter followers and I like building fan bases. Love me, feed my ego.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
Please.
Okay. Bye, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Free David. Bye.
See you next week.